Welcome to my channel, Most Worth Coins WC, where history lives in your hands. If you're passionate about rare coins, vintage currency, and the fascinating stories behind them, you're in the right place. Don't forget to watch the full video, share it with your fellow collectors, like and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable content every week. So without further ado, let's get started. The 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Cent is a classic U.S. 1-cent coin struck in bronze, 95% copper, 5% tin zinc at the Denver Mint, featuring on the obverse Abraham Lincoln's profile with the motto, "In God We Trust," Liberty, the date, and a small D mint mark below. This mint mark sometimes appears doubled or shadowed in die error variants. The reverse displays the iconic two wheat stalks flanking 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. In 1956, Denver produced roughly 1.098 billion of these coins, making it abundant in most circulated grades. The piece weighs about 311 g, has a 19 mm diameter, and a plain edge. Common mint state MS uncirculated specimens, especially in red, RD tone, are readily available, but scarcity increases significantly in higher grades. PCGS estimates around 12,000 survivors in all grades, with about 6,000 in MS 65 plus and only a handful reaching MS 67 and above. In terms of value, circulated examples are typically worth $0.60 in low grades, while average uncirculated MS-60 might sell for $3 to $4 and MS-63 about $7–14. High-end MS-65 RD coins can fetch around $14, MS-66 about $27, and a top-tier MS-67 RD soared to $328. Retail, with auction results reaching $18,000 for MS-67 plus specimens. Special varieties include repunched mint marks, RPM, notably the D overshadow D, which are collectible. These can double the value, with uncirculated error coins trading between $42 and $91 in standard MS, and much more if higher grade or vivid red. This coin marks the end of the Wheat Reverse series before the Lincoln Memorial Reverse debuted in 1959. It remains a popular choice for beginner and advanced collectors alike due to its historic design, mint errors, and wide range of attainable grades and values, from modest pocket change to thousands for top-tier pieces. Summary of key specs: year mint, 1956 D, Denver Mint. Composition: bronze, 95% copper, 5%. Tin, zinc, weight, diameter, 3.11 g, 19 mm design. Obverse: Lincoln profile, Liberty, In God We Trust. Date: plus D mint mark. Reverse: wheat ears, denomination, E pluribus. Unum mintage. 41.098 billion survival estimates. Barry 12K total. Barry 6K at MS 65 plus value range. Few cents to 1,000s depending on grade error. Typical uncirculated between 314, MS 67 RD around a 328, RPM error MS Yunk. 4291 the 1956 D. Lincoln Cent is thus a fascinating blend of everyday coinage and potential collector's gem, accessible yet capable of surprising discoveries in premium condition or with die errors. The 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Cent is one of the later issues in the iconic Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This coin proudly bears several symbolic and historical inscriptions. E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, United States of America, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the denomination 1 cent. The 1956 D. Mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver, which produced the majority of pennies that year. The total mintage for the 1956 D Lincoln Cent was approximately 1.098 billion, making it one of the most widely produced coins in the series and readily available in the collector's market even today. The obverse, front of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB were famously removed shortly after the 1909 release due to controversy, but were later restored on the reverse in 1918. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust," placed in an arc along the upper rim of the coin. To the left of Lincoln is the word Liberty, and to the right the date 1956 followed by the D mint mark, denoting the Denver Mint. The reverse back of the coin is equally iconic and features two wheat ears, one on each side, arching inward and framing the text. In the center is the denomination 1 cent and the country of origin, United States of America. Above these is the time-honored phrase, "E pluribus unum," a foundational motto of the United States symbolizing unity among diversity. The wheat ears led to this design being nicknamed the wheat penny or wheat back. This reverse design remained in use from 1909 until it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent was struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. Its color varies depending on preservation, typically appearing in shades ranging from original bright red in uncirculated condition to brown in heavily circulated examples. In numismatics, coin colors are often described as RD, red, RB, red-brown, and BN, brown, with red coins being the most desirable and valuable among collectors, especially in higher mint state grades. Despite its high mintage, the 1956 D cent still garners attention among collectors, particularly for high-grade examples or those with notable errors. Some notable varieties and errors include repunched mint marks, RPMs, die cracks, and off-center strikes. One of the most sought-after RPMs for this date shows a clearly doubled D mint mark under magnification. These errors, while not especially rare, can add significant value depending on the severity and clarity. From a historical standpoint, this coin was minted during the post-World War II economic boom in the United States. The 1950s marked a time of industrial growth, suburban expansion, and the early stages of the Cold War. Coins like the 1956 D penny were widely used in daily commerce, serving as reminders of the country's founding ideals and its continued evolution. The wheat cent also symbolizes a bridge between the early 20th century's craftsmanship in coin design and the more modernistic approach that would follow with the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Today, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent is considered a common date in the series, meaning it is widely available and affordable for most collectors. In circulated condition, its value is typically close to face value or a few cents, but uncirculated, mint state specimens, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch between $5 to $25 or more, depending on color and eye appeal. Proof-like strikes or particularly sharp, lustrous examples may command even higher prices. For coin collectors, the 1956 D cent is often one of the first wheat pennies added to a beginner's collection. Due to its availability and affordability, it also serves as an essential piece in completing a full Lincoln wheat cent date and mint mark set, a popular goal for many numismatists. Whether valued for its historical connection to mid-20th century America, its beautiful classic design, or its place in a collector's album, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent continues to hold numismatic significance and nostalgic appeal more than half a century after it was first struck. The 1957 D Lincoln wheat cent is a significant issue from the final years of the iconic wheat penny series struck at the Denver Mint. This coin holds both historical value and collector appeal, bearing the inscriptions E pluribus unum, United States of America, 1 cent, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date 1957, accompanied by the D mint mark. This small bronze coin is a direct reflection of mid-20th century American minting heritage, economic dynamics, and cultural symbolism. Obverse design, front. On the obverse, we find the enduring portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Lincoln's right-facing profile is sharply defined on well-struck coins, showcasing detailed features such as his hair, coat lapel, and cheek structure. The phrase, "In God We Trust," arcs above his head, affirming the national motto first, included on U.S. coinage during the Civil War. To the left of Lincoln's bust is the word liberty, symbolizing the American ideal of freedom, while to the right appears the date 1957 with the small capital letter D directly below it, denoting that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. Reverse design, back, the E. Reverse is equally iconic, retaining the classic wheat ears design, which gives this coin its nickname, wheat penny. On either side of the central inscriptions are stylized wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength. Between them, the coin reads 1 cent on the first line and United States of America below it. Crowning the top of the coin is E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one, a foundational motto expressing the unity of the states into a single nation. This design, like the obverse, is the work of Victor D. Brenner and has become one of the most recognizable American coin motifs of the 20th century. Physical characteristics. Metal composition, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Bronze alloy. Weight, 3.11 grams diameter. 19.05 Edge, plain, no reading. Mint, Denver, D mint mark. Designer, Victor David Brenner, initials VDB, are not visible on this issue. Mintage, approximately 1,051,042,000 coins, over 1 billion coins, making it one of the most mass-produced wheat pennies. Historical context. In 1957, America was at the height of post-war economic prosperity. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president, the Cold War tensions were rising, and the space race was just beginning. Despite these grand events, the humble penny continued to serve Americans in everyday transactions, from school lunches to bus fares. The 1957 D wheat cent was part of that daily rhythm of life. It was one of the last years before the Lincoln Memorial reverse replaced the wheat design in 1959, marking the end of an era that began in 1909. Numismatic value and market interest. Due to the high mintage, the 1957 D wheat penny is quite common in circulated condition and thus relatively low in monetary value, typically worth around 5 to 25 cents in average circulated grades. However, coins that were preserved in mint condition, especially those with original red luster, hold significantly more value. MS60, MS63, red, RD, $1 to 3 MS64, RD, $4 to 6 MS65, RD, $8 to 14 MS66, RD, $20 to 30 MS67, RD, 100, 250 plus, though very few qualify at this grade level. Collectors seek coins with full strike, minimal contact marks, and brilliant red color. The red designation, RD, indicates that the coin retains most of its original coppery sheen, while brown, BN, and red-brown RB coins are more subdued due to oxidation. Errors and varieties. Although no major national level varieties exist for the 1957 D Lincoln cent, collectors may encounter repunched mint marks, RPMs. Where the D was punched more than once into the die, examples can sell for $10 to 50 plus, depending on condition. Die cracks or cuds, raised metal anomalies due to damaged dies, off-center strikes or double strikes, unusual errors, that can command values from $25 to several $100s depending on the severity and preservation. It's always advised to have potential error coins authenticated by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC collecting. Considerations. The 1957D wheat penny is an excellent choice for beginner collectors due to its affordability and historical significance. As a late-date wheat cent, it bridges the gap between the earlier, scarcer pre-war issues and the modern Memorial Reverse series. Many collectors aim to build a full set of Lincoln wheat cents from 1909 to 1958, and the 1957D is one of the more easily obtainable coins needed to complete that set. For higher-end collectors, the hunt continues for top-grade MS-67 red examples or certified error coins. A flawless, sharply struck example with strong eye appeal and no carbon spots or fingerprints can make a stunning addition to any collection or registry set. Fun facts. Over 1 billion 1957D cents were produced, more than all wheat pennies, struck during some earlier years combined. The 1957D is part of the final 5 wheat pennies, 1954-1958, known for high mintages and better quality control. Its large numbers make it a favorite for coin roll hunters hoping to find red uncirculated examples in old bank rolls. Conclusion: the 1957D Lincoln wheat cent is a charming and widely accessible piece of numismatic history. Although common in lower grades, it offers collectors a glimpse into the final chapter of one of America's most beloved coin designs. Whether pursued for nostalgia, completion of a Lincoln set, or appreciation of mid-century minting, this small, bronze coin carries within it a rich tapestry of historical, artistic, and monetary significance. A coin that was once so abundant in pocket change now serves as a time capsule from an era where even 1 cent had both buying power and symbolic weight. The 1958D Lincoln wheat cent is one of the final chapters in a nearly 50-year legacy of the beloved wheat penny series, making it not only a common yet nostalgic coin, but also a historically important one in U.S. numismatics. Issued by the Denver Mint in the final year before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse design in 1959, the 1958D penny is emblematic of mid-century American coinage. The coin features the well-known inscriptions, E pluribus unum, United States of America, 1 cent, In God we trust, liberty, and the date, 1958, followed by the D mint mark, signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint. This coin is a culmination of American minting tradition, economic history, and aesthetic heritage, wrapped into a humble bronze cent. Obverse design, front. On the front of the coin, the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most revered leaders, takes center stage. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's bust has remained on the U.S. cent since 1909, making it the longest-running portrait in U.S. coin history. Above Lincoln's head is the American motto, In God We Trust, signifying faith and national identity. To the left of the profile lies the word liberty, a foundational American principle. To the right, the date 1958 appears, followed just beneath by a small D, indicating the Denver Mint as the site of production. The portrait remains timeless and dignified, even on the final year of its original wheat-backed design. Reverse design, back. The reverse design, also created by Brenner, is characterized by 2 stylized wheat stalks curving around the edges from bottom left to bottom right. This gives rise to the term wheat penny. Between these ears of wheat lie the inscriptions 1 cent on the first line and United States of America below it. This straightforward declaration of value and origin is classic and efficient in design. At the top center, the phrase E pluribus unum appears in small capital letters. Translated from Latin, it means out of many, one, symbolizing the unity of the American states. The overall aesthetic is clean, symbolic, and deeply tied to U.S. identity, making the wheat cent a staple in coin collecting and American iconography. Coin specifications: mint. Mark D. Denver. Mintage approximately 853,000 coins. Metal composition, 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, bronze. Weight, 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19.05 mm. Plain designer, Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB. Do not appear on this date. Mint location, Denver, Colorado. Historical context. 958 marked a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage. It was the final year of the wheat reverse design, which had graced the cent since 1909. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. As such, the 1958D is a symbolic end of an era coin. It also reflects a period of stability and prosperity in post-war America, where pennies like these circulated in everyday life, used in phone booths, vending machines, and candy stores across the nation. Numismatic value and condition grading. Due to its massive mintage, the 1958D is extremely common in circulated condition. However, its real interest lies in uncirculated and red, RD specimens, as well as varieties and mint errors. Here's a general value range based on condition. Circulated, G4XF45, 0.05, 0.15 about uncirculated, AU50, AU58, 0.20, 0.50 mint state, MS60, MS63, 1.3 MS64, RD, 4.6 MS65, RD, 8, 15 MS66, RD, 18, 25 MS67, RD, 75, 150 plus MS67 plus, RD. Exceptional coins can fetch 300, 1,000 plus, depending on market demand, and certification coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified many 1958D cents in mint state, but few attain the ultra-high grades like MS68RD, making those specimens particularly valuable. Errors and varieties. Although there are no major national-level varieties for the 1958D, collectors have identified repunched mint marks, RPMs. Often subtle, these occur when the D mint mark was punched more than once. In MS condition, they can range from $10 to $75 plus, depending on clarity and grade, die chips or cuds, small anomalies caused by worn dies. These minor errors add modest premiums, off-center strikes, double strikes, and BIE errors. These collectible mistakes occur due to mechanical mishaps in the striking process. Off-center coins with 10% displacement can fetch $25 to $200, while dramatic double strikes or full brockages could bring hundreds. BIE errors, where a die crack appears between the B and E of Liberty, creating a visible I. Collecting and investment appeal. The 1958D is often part of a starter collection, but that doesn't make it any less meaningful. In fact, it holds sentimental and historical importance as the last Denver minted wheat, penny before the design changed. For Lincoln cent set collectors, especially those assembling a complete run from 1909 to 1958, the 1958D is essential. Uncirculated rolls of 1958D cents still occasionally appear in estate sales and coin shops, often housing brilliant red coins preserved for over 65 years. Roll hunting for high-grade examples or RPMs can be an exciting and potentially rewarding venture. For investors, ultra-high-grade specimens certified by PCGS or NGC and designated with red, RD color, and MS67 or above are the only types with strong value potential. Fun facts: despite being minted over 800 million times, pristine 1958D cents in MS67RD or better are rare and command a significant premium. Many kids in the 1950s and 1960s collected this coin as part of Whitman coin folders, making it one of the most first coins for budding numismatists. Some of the last wheat pennies ever struck were 1958Ds, ending an iconic era of coinage history that had spanned 5 decades. Conclusion: 1958D Lincoln Wheat Cent is more than just a 1-cent coin. It's a piece of American history. It symbolizes the close of a coin design era that began in 1909, survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and emerged into a modernizing post-war America. Though it is common in circulated condition, the 1958D holds immense nostalgic and historic value. Its affordable price makes it accessible for new collectors, while its significance, high-grade scarcity, and error potential offer continued intrigue for experienced numismatists. Whether tucked away in a child's old coin folder or gleaming in a professional display case, the 1958D wheat penny remains a timeless and essential relic of American coinage.